I was watching Russ Can Fly this week, and he did a video on all the aviation creators out there that he was following from sort of the smaller channels. I mean, we all know the bigger YouTube content creators like Pilot Bambi or Fly with Noel Phillips, Stevie, I can't pronounce her last name, and that VTEL Bonanza, and the king of them all, Jimmy's World, that's got to be the best one out there and highly edited. But I was like, I've got about four or five. I watch two that are sort of small in my same range as my channel and that I get a lot out of that are probably editing their own videos. So, in no particular order, here we go. First up on the list, I like a guy from Canada, Wings Over TO, and I started following this doctor from Canada, and now I'm friends with him on Facebook. They flew a Sierra like mine. It looked like he was an older gentleman, this kind of lower time private pilot that had started in on an instrument. Did a real good job of editing his videos, sort of a two camera shoot, and did good voice work on it too. Also, because I had a Sierra too, it naturally made me follow him. Really enjoyed him. Roughly about 2,000 subs on the channel. Doesn't produce a whole lot of videos, but produces quality. I'd say that's the opposite of mine. I produce a ton of videos, and my quality has gone up as my editing skills has increased over the last year. But big shout out to Wings Over TO. Next guy that I started following and really enjoyed his videos is Big Orange Bird. And he's just a regular guy with a plane, a sundowner, so the non retract version of the Sierra. So it caught my eye naturally. But he does a lot of longer cross countries in that airplane that would be slow and take you a long time to get there. But he always lands on grass fields and short fields. He's good at storytelling and typically a one camera shoot, but an enjoyable watch. Right up the road from me here in Arkansas, the Dr. Pilot. He's got maybe 1,000 subs, but he is entertaining to watch. It's a solidly laid out and methodically thought out flight plan and videos. But his editing job's good. I'm sure he's editing his own stuff, and he does a good job of speaking into the camera, which I've come to appreciate as I've had to learn to speak to a camera. Um, he seems to enjoy just the learning and the travel of it, and he generally has some pretty nice aircraft. He's had a conventional tail Bonanza and has moved to SR-22, which I imagine will help that channel, which is one of the things I notice on a lot of the channels. If you're in a more popular airplane like an SR-22, you're going to get a lot of subs just from that. I'm hoping the move to the Bonanza will help mine take off too. Next up on the list is my favorite guy, Russ Can Fly. He's got about 4,000 subs. He's a lower time private pilot working on an instrument rating that doesn't own an airplane. He's flying out of rentals and just has a ton of enthusiasm, a real good aura about him. And he speaks to the camera really well. And most of his shots, unlike mine, where I'm all outside voicing over, is typically the camera's facing him, which we all need to copy a little bit, I think, in that space. But he does a real good job, real interesting and paying it forward type character that you just have to root for in life. Last on my list is Cessna 150 pilot. I mean, this is the ultimate just regular guy, got an airplane that he can afford, and he seems to be a higher time private pilot, but probably not an instrument rated pilot. He takes these long cross countries in the 150, edits them together, does a real good job of storytelling, which is the whole key to YouTube is your ability to tell a story to get somebody hooked and then interested and listen to the whole thing. He probably doesn't even know he's doing it, but solid follow. He doesn't produce a lot of content, but when he does, it's pretty good. I always enjoy him. I think any of us smaller creators would love it if you would hit the like and subscribe buttons for us. We need that. We need hours to just kind of drive it along to help reassure us about making the content because we're not in it for the money like the bigger creators. more just sort of a video, a vlog of our lives and our flying experiences that, 20 years from now, if you can't get a medical, at least you can relive it through your experiences. Till next time on the Rusty Pilot, though, we'll introduce the new airplane, getting a brand new engine stuck on it, and just super excited to be out here in Dallas at Addison with a bigger, faster, more complex bird to fly around and in busier airspace with a ton of better pilots than me to teach me. And, you learn from people that are better, steel sharpens steel. So next time on the Rusty Pilot.